Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Unwind Friday. It's your girl, Lissa Black, bringing you the heat with the little street.
And it's your girl, Marie Lewis, certified life and health coach, bringing you tools you can use.
And we are Sisters Edified.
Yes.
Welcome, guys. Let's jump on in. So before we get started, as always, we always talk about what we are unwinding with. Right now, I have the Cayman's Jack Margarita Mix. Welcome, guys. What are you unwinding with? It's a ready-to-drink margarita mix. It has 5.8% alcohol in here. So that is what I'm unwinding with today. Marie, like she has some water over there.
I'm absolutely unwinding with water, you guys.
What are you guys unwinding with today? Welcome. So, tonight our topic is based on. Wait, did you guys have a happy Thanksgiving?
Yeah, happy
Thanksgiving to
How
everybody.
was your Thanksgiving?
How was your Thanksgiving? Did you guys get all full? Do you have leftovers? I didn't bring me a to-go plate like I should have.
Well, I did. Sorry for her, because I still have me some. I done ate some already. Got me a little bit more.
Who said you put us on that? I can't even see that when they said I put y'all on that.
I don't see
the Cayman's Jack. You know what?
Okay, before we get started, you guys, you have to accept the stream, y'all, in order for us to see your name. If not, it only says Facebook user.
I see what's
so I can't see it. Y'all see, I got my comfy clothes, so I'm comfy. I've been in the house all day. I stayed in the bed all day. Okay, I see a name. I see
you eating leftovers. All right. See, what happened is I did see this on Facebook. I ain't quite sure who that is. Said they put me on it, but it was on Facebook. I don't think it was you though. I just seen it floating around a couple times, and I was like, I give it a try, and that's kind of what I did. So tonight our topic is why holidays don't feel as special when you're an adult. Ran across a few statuses of people who was kind of just saying things are not the same anymore for them.
Yeah, like yesterday, and it makes me sad because some of the people were like, my family, but just that lives in different parts, and some I seen a lot of statuses that say, "Oh, holidays ain't the same once the person who once the glue of the family is gone." And then I seen some more that say family's not the same, that it's funny vibes, funny feelings, funny acting, fakeness, and things like that. Mm-hmm. And so I just wanted to come on and give some pointers and things like that. Well, some tips, some tools you can use to hopefully so your next holiday experience can be better, because we don't experience that when we get together for the holidays. And no, we're not perfect. And we do have our times where we have disagreements and be mad at each other. But anytime we come together for the holidays, baby, it's a ball. We have an awesome, and we enjoy, and we look forward to it. Our kids look forward to it. So hopefully after today, we can have some family members with writing different posts and feeling a little different,
Yeah, so that's our goal, is to hopefully help you change your outlook on the holidays when you're going into the holidays. I don't know how everybody celebrate theirs, but we typically do like a potluck situation where we all take some of the stress out too, mm-hmm. and that may help us in our situation. We all decide what we're going to eat, then we all decide what we're going to bring to the dinner. We decide where it's going to be at, and then we all come together. So not one person is stressed out, not one person feels overwhelmed. And then when we come into our when we come into our dinners or our get-togethers for the holidays, we are not we don't come with expectations other than to have a good time.
And we also pick a different house for every holiday, so everybody has a house, so it's not a burden, and we make sure that it'll become a burden. Not only do we have everybody have their part with the dinner, like we have the baker. My sister Charlotte is the baker. She don't cook nothing else, but she bakes because she enjoys bakes. Her and Sarah bakes. They're the bakers. They bring my brother. He's the man in the family. Even though he know how to cook, my mom taught him how to cook. We usually let him come to be free. He can bring the plasticware or some juices or drinks for the kids, or he could just show up. what he can do. Him and his family can just show up because it's enough for us women to take care of the rest. And then all of us have our parts that we enjoy doing, that everybody take pride in and do it with love, and we bring it together. And when we get together, we pray over our meal together. And then for Thanksgiving, everybody go around and say what they're thankful for.
The big that's diet. You ain't put us on. You ain't put me on the Cayman Jack. I brought that to the last thing. But okay, we decided to do potlucks for now on. I have been doing most of all the cooking. Yes, and that can be stressful and overwhelming in itself, because when you start to think about the holidays and you start to think about everything you have to do, it becomes stressful and no longer enjoyable.
Yeah, because you can't enjoy it if you're the one that's just cooking, tired, and then everybody eats, and they might help clean up or they might not, because it was a time where I was taking the burden as the oldest. Everything was at my house. I was the one, and then everybody would leave and the house would be a mess.
Right.
And so it can become enjoyable if the burden is on one person. But we believe teamwork make the dream work. So if a family together, we work as a team, it makes it enjoyable for everybody, because everybody take pride in, ooh, girl, your food was good. You put your heart in. And even if
it ain't good, we still gonna tell you, but we're gonna have a good time telling each other.
Like, we know you was stressed out, but don't put your stress in our food. Cast your cares upon the Lord. And I thank God all my siblings cast their cares upon the Lord yesterday, because everything was absolutely delicious. But let's get into this. So one of our tips that we have, you guys, for is I think it's for don't be judgmental. You know, sometimes in families, we can be judgmental of other family members or hypocritical. Don't be hypocritical, because all of us have been in certain areas of our life. And so don't, because when you people in judgment, they feel some type of way when they know that you're judging them. You're judging them because they smoke weed. You're judging them because they drink. You judging them because the way they dress. Love your family for who they are. This right here could put a different thing, like, it just makes a different vibe when we love each other for who we are, and a different characteristics and styles that we bring to the table as a family, because that's what make art and creativity, in the family. So just don't be judgment. Don't be that family judge. If we got the smokers go out to their car and come back high, welcome them back in. Like, I see you, how you ready to eat some snacks, ain't you? Do it with love. Don't make them feel bad for their decisions. Love them through there. You got the drinkers who have their drink. We don't go out to the cold in the car.
Because I would be a seasonal smoker, because ain't no way I'm going outside when the cold.
Yeah, but love, don't make people feel bad about
exactly
who they are, and everybody should make sure that they respect the house rules. Whatever house you out, the house rules. Like, ain't none of our houses out here you can smoke in. But you can go outside and smoke, and we're not gonna say anything to you. We don't say anything. Somebody bring a drink or something. Even if one of us don't drink, if you have like your wine or something that you bring over or something, you can have a drink and get you a glass or whatever. But even if a person don't allow that, respect the house rules.
And I feel like when you be judgmental, or there are multiple people that's judgmental, it calls for a not genuine environment.
It does.
Because people feel like they can't be fully themselves. Everybody's going to be uncomfortable. It'll be an awkwardness in a room. People are going to be avoiding and just doing different things. But if you allow everybody to be fully them, and you're welcoming and loving, you're going to have a good time, because it's a non-judgment zone.
It's
and
you can be fully you. Everybody can be free.
And you can have more fun when everybody fully them.
Because I think judgment calls for people to be whispering, being snakes, talking about people. People can feel that vibe. People feel vibes. People feel sensitivity. You whispering as soon as they walk out the door, or people whispering, don't do it. It's no reason for it. And the people who allow people to do it, stop it. You stop them. No, I don't want to hear that. We here to have a good time. Because when you have people like that, you have to stop them. If you don't stop them, then they continue to do it. But if you make them feel uncomfortable with being judgmental or whispering and talking about other family members, they will not do it. I promise you.
Yes. So number one, guys, again, do not be judgmental. Accept people for where they are.
And that's our next one. Accept family for where they are. Yes. Where they are. If you're a Christian family, you got non-Christian family. Accept them for where they are. Because our love is what's going to draw them in. Not you talking about them, making them feel bad for the choices that they're making. Because it was one point in your life you was making bad choices. You know what I'm saying? I used to be ratchet. I still got.
That's why I said a little straight.
But you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely just not gonna judge anybody, you know. So it's just so important that just to accept our family where they are. Like it doesn't matter if they're a crackhead, if they whatever, they family, they blood. You love them, accept them, whatever, make them feel welcome when they show up for a holiday.
As long as it's not a toxic situation.
Yeah.
Where
no, that's our next one. Okay. We can go to that one. So set boundaries with family members who have substance abuse problems. Number 3. So when I say set boundaries, I mean you have to. If we have a family member who drinks and act a fool, and don't know how to hold their alcohol or something, you can't drink when you come around. Period.
Right.
It's just that simple because you don't know how. You don't have self-control. You're welcome to come around the family when you're not under the influence. Eat. And when you're ready to get under influence, go with your peoples, your crew. But we're not going to have you destroying our family holidays or events. I seen the video on there where people were they said they drunk uncle was trying to fight they uncle T, whatever that means. I
think they once had an uncle that became an auntie.
Oh, okay.
It's an auntie.
So and like the house was beautiful, and you can see where they had just rummaged through the house, like the rails on the stairs was broke, the beautiful wood. Well, no, that can destroy a family and destroy family holidays. We cannot allow one person, unhealed person. We set boundaries with the unhealed people.
It's dangerous.
You either can't come around here until you healed, because you're not going to destroy our holidays. And one that I forgot to put down that I think is very important is forgiveness.
Yes.
We just can't be walking around for years with unforgiveness in our heart and then complain when the family can't come together if we got people who won't forgive simple, silly stuff.
And I would like to say, if there's some people that don't want to come together, good with the people who
that do, don't let them stop. What they say, one
monkey don't stop no show.
One monkey don't stop no show. We done had times where one of the siblings had an attitude. They had attitude over there by themselves, and we just kept on going. See you next time.
I'm ready to come back.
And believe me, they was bored, and they come back and be like, "Ooh, I missed it." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't let one person stop the family gathering, or the people who don't want to be a part of the family. Continue on the family tradition.
Love them from a distance. Keep going with the family tradition.
Absolutely. I also would like to let's go. What's our next one right here? Yes, this is the one. Create new holiday memories with the close family and friends that's around you now. Now, I hear people who say, since the glue of the family left, holidays not the same. Well, why don't you become the glue to the family?
Fill in for them.
You know what I'm saying? Just because we lose some of the heads of our family don't mean that everything have to disintegrate. When my grandmother died, my aunties kept cooking. When my mother died, I kept cooking, and I know that if I decide that I don't want to cook, I can leave and go to Chicago, and one of my aunties is gonna have food at their house, or I can go to Saginaw, and my auntie gonna have food at her house. So it create memories, and if you're not close to your family, create memories with the family that's around you.
Yes, even
with your friends, even if you don't have.
Yes, because I see somebody on my page who moved out of town, and now she had a Friends Month instead of a Thanksgiving. She started gathering with those people that she had just met and was close to her, and she enjoyed herself still, and she cooked.
And she invited them over, and guess what? She probably is not gonna become the glue for them, because it's probably someone who probably haven't had a family dinner like that in a long, long time.
Right.
You become the glue instead of sitting around pouting. Oh, the glue to the family go. Holidays ain't the same. Make new memories. Make it fun.
And I feel like it's gonna be what you make.
Whatever you make.
Because I promise y'all, it can be just us in a room, and we gonna have a ball every time. Like, we ain't seen each other in years, and we see each other almost every day.
Absolutely.
At least talk to each other every day, and no matter what, we gonna have a ball. When our friends come around, they know it's gonna be a good time, because we gonna be us no matter what. We gonna have a good time.
And if can't none of our friends show up for whatever reason, we still nobody be missed, because we still just have
we still gonna have a good time.
We still have a good time, and that's you. But you have to, like Melissa said, set expectations. I think that's our next one too. Oops, I don't know where I went to. Right there, yes.
Have a positive, if not just setting expectations, because sometimes we set ourselves up for disappointment. You come in and you projected yourself off or what you think it should be. You ain't talked to nobody about nothing. You decided it should look like this. It should be like that. Then you get there, it's not, and now you negative. Now you mad. Now you don't feel like being there. But if you set positive expectations, like no matter what it is, I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm here for one reason and one reason only: family, love, fun, joy, and to have a good meal. And if you have those positive expectations, then you can't go wrong. Because if you set up these unrealistic expectations, you're going to end up disappointed. And then you're not going to feel like you're having a great time.
And it's like that every day. You can choose, you can literally speak, oh, today going to be a bad day. And guess what? It's going to be a bad day. You spoke that into your life. You spoke that into the universe. You spoke it. It's coming back. It's going to be exactly it's the same thing when we have holiday dinners. Whatever you expect, you think, oh, here I'm going to go over here. And you got negative outlooks on your family members instead of loving them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Then it's going to be a negative experience for you because you chose for it to be a negative experience. Instead of coming in there, I'm about to go spend time with my family. Life is short. I'm going to enjoy everybody know who they are.
Yes. And then, like they say, you attract more bees with honey than with vinegar.
Absolutely.
Everybody want to be around somebody positive. Everybody want to be around people who having a good time, who's not judgmental, who gonna have fun regardless. Even if you're not even trying to attract people, you just automatically attract people. People drawn to you. They want to hang out with you. They want to get to know more about you. But when you create environments like that, you're going to always have a good time. People don't even probably come in with expectations. But when they come around us, oh, I know I'm finna laugh. I know I'm going to have a good time. And that'll be the expectation. And they never leave disappointed because it's going to be some jokes cracked. Even if it's in our little dark humor sometimes, because sometimes we just say stuff to be saying it. But they going to have a good time, and we're going to have a genuine good time. So have positive expectations. Do not set unrealistic ones. If there is something you are hoping for, then have a conversation. When we looking for certain things, you're like, hey, who going to make this? Oh, this year, can y'all make that? Or can we do this? Oh, let's play a game.
Somebody trying to get out of doing something, instead of me getting upset about it, no, oh, excuse me, that's your job. You're going to do that this year, And
sometimes you forget about what your job was. That was last year. That was my job last year.
No, that's your job every year.
And I was like, and I kind of forgot about the situation. I'm like, oh, okay, moving about my business. Then here comes her.
I'm gonna talk because I believe because a lot of times in families they get offended. How am I supposed to know you got offended by something I said if you haven't shared that with me?
Right. Exactly. Very true.
How I know you mad about this last time if you ain't told me? How I know I had a little too much alcohol and I was cracking a joke with you and now you just spent the whole year mad and ain't told me that I said something that was offensive when you could have shared it with me and I could have apologized right away and you ain't have to spend not one day mad.
Right.
So it's just important to communicate your feelings to family. Let them know who you are. Let them know what you like and what you don't like. And then we go even with my siblings, we express to each other how we like to do things, which we're very common in a lot of ways. So if we crack jokes, we never offended with a joke.
And sometimes I promise you, because I had to explain this to my husband one time, like recently. And I think my brother said something and he was like, I'm not sure if he was playing or not because he laughed. And I was like, well, we always laugh when we say stuff, even if it's not funny. I said, it's just this thing about us when we're in an uncomfortable situation or anything, we just kind of laugh when we say it. I said, but he was serious. And so my husband was like, well, it's hard to know when people are serious if they laugh. But that's just what we do. That's what she said. We are very common in a sense. Like when something happens, we just all look at each other and we kind of laugh, even if we're uncomfortable, even if it's like a serious situation.
And that's kind of weird, but that's the emotion that we have. Like even if it's serious, we kind of, and that's like most of my family. We can all be together somewhere and stressed out about something. You'll catch us in there cracking jokes, but it's like I think it's like a comfort mechanism.
Right. Even when we sad, like when you around us and we all sad, like. Jokes still gonna fly.
It could be the cousin that's laying there on life support. He gonna crack a joke. Like I said.
And I don't know why we do it, but we do it. So having those positive expectations and, just coming in being realistic, or at least communicating your expectations. Mm-hmm. Because when we want to change something or do something, we like, okay, let's this time, y'all, let's have games, or let's do this. Or when Teresa, like, this is her season for me. It's like Christmas, Teresa. And when Teresa decided, you know what, we're gonna do it at your house this year, she communicated that. Mm-hmm. And we were able to adjust and move forward. Like, oh, okay, great, let's move forward, let's do it. And we changed that. But if she had never said it and then just decided to be mad because she didn't want to do it or didn't feel like doing it, that could have created a problem. But since she said up front, I don't want to do it this year, I want y'all to do it this year, but I still want to be involved. Mm-hmm. So it's like communicating those expectations.
Just and then once you've done all that, so say like, okay, you communicate. If you feel tension between you and somebody, pull them to the side. That have I done something to you? Sometimes people who won't tell you can ask them, and then they tell you, be like, oh, I didn't mean it that way or something. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. It's not that hard for me to apologize to people. Even if I feel like it was something silly, but if that offended a person, I'm going to apologize to them. Well, if that offended you, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm not going to walk on eggshells, because if you don't want me to play with you like that, then that means you can't play with me like that either. Because we have some people that's one-sided. They don't want you to play with them a certain way, but they want to continue to be able to talk to anybody and play with people certain ways, So we got to be on the same track. If we're going to make this rule, that means you can't play with me like that. Because if I play with you back, you're going to get mad. Yeah. So just communicating so say that you communicated how you felt, you come with positive expectations, and it's still not right when you go to a holiday event. That's when you create your own memories. You create your own holidays instead of sitting around sad, pouting. Those close friends and family that you have, cook you a dinner, invite them over, or go over to their dinners.
Or check, and also check with yourself. Why wasn't it a good experience? What happened that I didn't appreciate, or what I expected to happen? Because sometimes when we go to check with ourselves and try to figure out why we felt a certain type of way, we can probably get to the bottom of it. And then it may not even been that situation at all.
And you know what I'm thinking about? Remember we did one of these our lives on projection, on projecting our own emotions and feelings off on other people. You could be the problem. Mm-hmm. And you're projecting your feelings of you feeling like you're better than everybody, you feeling a certain way off on everybody else, and feeling like people giving you weird vibes when it can be absolutely be you.
And they probably never even thought about it. Mm-hmm. But that's why I said check with yourself on if you feeling a certain type of way and why you might be feeling that type of way, or what it is about that situation making you feel uncomfortable. Is it something that you think happened? And because like you said, because sometimes you be thinking about something you've been and said, and you probably offended somebody. You think they dwelling on it. They ain't even thought about it past the conversation. And it's with you and not them. So definitely when you come in with those expectations, just make sure they're positive. I guess the less you can do expectations, the more happier you will be. Because when I'm coming into a situation, I'm just going to have a good time, to take it slow, because so many times I found myself in a rush, speeding. And then I'm like, I don't even know what I'm speeding for. What am I rushing to? And then when I say I'm just gonna take my time and have a good time, it's been good, smooth sailing ever since that. I think we got a spammer.
Oh yeah, we got a spammer on here, y'all. If anybody need a date, our spammer said they got private
Don't
dating.
click the link, y'all. Don't click the link for the private dater. We have to block that one.
Yeah. So you guys, somebody comment, let us know, what have you done to make sure that holidays go well, or how have you adjusted after losing a loved one, your holidays, to keep them like special? Because sometimes I think people give up on holidays, like if they lose like their mother or something,
or grandma,
but their grandma, because it don't have to be exactly the same. Like my grandmother, my mother and them, they had china. They would set the table. Do we set the table? No. We still have it. We still have our dinners, but we don't set the table. My aunts still set the table, bring out their serving dishes and things like that. We don't. You eating straight from the pot to the paper plate when you come around.
And your to-go box.
And you get a to-go box. We got some to-go boxes for you. You can get. So you'll have those. So it don't have to be the same. It don't even have to be the same. I see some people totally switch up the food they eat on holidays. Some people do all Mexican. Some people do all Italian food. Steak. They even change the tradition of the food they eat, but they keep their celebration going for them and their children or friends or whatever they do. Like you said, it's people who have what you said, Friendsgiving.
Friends like a Friendsgiving and Friendsmas and
Friendsmas and Friendsgivings. Because they don't have family or they don't have family anymore, or they never might have family because they might have came from, adoption or from homes, but they still manage to go on and have good times with other people. And it's also things you can do. Like, I absolutely love the best holiday that I had, Melissa, is when we went down to Mel Trotter at the DeVos Center and served food to the homeless. We did that before we cooked our dinner that morning. We got up like 5 o'clock in the morning. They served and we ate with all the they said they had it set up beautiful. You can do something like that and have a holiday dinner and feel good. And they had good food down there. Like, I ate with them and then came back and ate with my family because I'm, you know what I'm saying? But still, though, that was the best feeling of my life, to be down there and people talking and feeding it to the homeless. They had motivational speakers and pastors who was there speaking to them, and they had the table set beautiful for them and delicious food. And we served them. I was able to serve them their foods, and they would talk to you and tell you their stories. That was the most beautiful. I would go if my family said they didn't want to do nothing. I would stand up to volunteer down at Mill Charter and go down there and serve the homeless people food and sit down and eat with them and have a good time. It's your choice if you're gonna have a good time on a holiday. Because I'm gonna have one no matter what. If I lost every family member, I would be sad. I'm not saying only to like death, but if my family member start acting up or something, guess where y'all gonna find me at? Down there with the homeless people. Serving them some food, having a good time, meeting new people, talking to them at a friend's house, having a good time, eating their food, bringing my part,
Right, but it's also a thing too, guys. I don't want to miss this this opportunity. There is a seasonal depression, a mechanism that could be affecting it. And if you know somebody who may suffer from depression, check on them, keep them uplifted. It's small things you can do to help those family members who are sending out those little hints, like they're not happy during the holiday or they sad.
Try to encourage them out the house, or if they don't come out, drop them off a plate.
Yeah, because we do things like I seen Lurlia doing this. Lurlia go on Facebook. She'll see all the events happening for the season. She'll go she'll go do her own thing with her little immediate family. Or we'll see it and say something, or she'll invite us too. And then I just started doing like that. You know what? I'm gonna look for some events too. So that's something too. Facebook have the events in your city, in your area. Go on Facebook, look for Christmas lighting, look for different things like that. Because me and my family, we're gonna go see lights, holiday lights. We're gonna get hot drinks. We're gonna do little things like that to keep ourselves going. We have our annual little Christmas party that we do. And we got us a little theme that we're gonna do this year. And that's just something that we all look forward to. And then normally I'll go over and help with Teresa decorations, and that'll be
we'll help each other. We'll come to each other's house and help decorate the tree. Like, y'all, one time I was real down and depressed. I was pregnant with Taylor, and I didn't have the energy to put up the Christmas tree. One of my sisters came over here and put up my Christmas tree and decorate my Christmas tree in the house. I didn't even know till I got up out the bed. She said she came in and spoke to me, but that's just how how down I was. I didn't know, so I got up and went to the bathroom. She was already gone, but my kids was happy and the tree was up.
See?
And I'm like, oh, thank you, sister, because that's some things you can do. We also have a video, because we did a live on seasonal depression that we can reshare again, that you can watch if you didn't get to see that one. We'll reshare that link in the group in our group. Or you can go on our YouTube and click on the link and watch that one about some tips on how to try to or prevent it before it comes. For the last couple of years, we've been preventing it, because at first all of us used to fall into like a deep depression. Nobody used to leave their house or nothing like that. But now we talk to each other daily, and we try to encourage each other when one of us are down, and we make sure we go to that person's house and hang out of it a lot, and to uplift their spirits if we have one that's down. So those are things that we can do. And we just thank you guys for coming in. I want you guys to comment, but y'all didn't.
Yes, and be like I said, just be vigilant. Other than so you said the second part. I'm sorry. So just be vigilant of your loved ones, guys. You can still have a good time. I always like to just kind of do a summary of the things that you can do.
First, I would like to say hi to our lookers. I know that Floyd, I'm happy you in Florida. I hope you having a good time in Florida. We miss you. You know, we love you. Florida is our family. We take family in too. But they have to have genuine spirits.
Yes, Florida's our extended family.
Yes, Florida's our extended family. We take family in to have a good time because you know our family a little crazy, so we don't trust everybody to be around us when we just able to be free, when nobody judging us, you know. So if we know that person is a genuine soul or something, they can come around the family and have a good time and enjoy our craziness.
Exactly.
My brother Brian, our aunt Julia, and everybody else who joined us. Thank you for joining us and supporting us.
My hating husband, I ain't gonna say what he said, but I just want to, in case you watching, should have put you on the spot. Not
So I'm gonna go back to the thing so that you can go ahead and do your summary before we.
So ways to, you know, why you feel like holidays are no longer the same, and how to avoid those feelings, guys.
Oh, I think things got mixed up in here.
You said you think you mixed them?
I did. I should have deleted old things out of here.
You did what you could. That's all we asked, Marie. No, I'm talking about me accepting anything from you. You did what you could. That's all we asked.
Well, okay, here we go. I'm just going, as I found them, you just go say it.
So one of the things, I don't think that was our first one. Okay, so accepting family where they are. So wherever they are in life, people change, people grow, things happen, situations change. Whatever that is, accept your family member where they are, be genuine toward them, and things will go smoothly. Don't be judgmental. Basically, like I said, the more genuine you are, the more positive environment you're going to create. People can relax, people can be themselves, and it's going to all around be a good time, especially when you're around people who are genuinely fun people. As long as they feel relaxed, as long as they feel like they can be themselves, you guys are going to have a great time. Mm-hmm. Setting boundary with family members with substance abuse or problems or whatever problems it is. If you drink and you can't handle your liquor, you can't drink when you come to this event, but you are more than welcome to come. We love you. If you steal, we might have a couple of stipulations for you, but we're going to still love you. We're going to set some boundaries for you. We're going to figure it out. Whatever that situation is with that family member, in order to keep them included, keep them uplifted, if you guys are still going to have them around or trying to look for a way to still have them around and have them be involved in the part of the family, then set some boundaries for them. Get with the people that surround you. All right, guys, how can we make this work? Having positive expectations. So we wanted to be clear on positive expectations, because if you set expectations that are not positive, that are unrealistic, you are more than likely going to end up disappointed. For me, I would say the less expectations to no expectations, you're going to have a better outcome. And if you're going to have expectations, make sure they're positive. I'm here to have a good time, to be with family, to just to be myself, just to unwind. As long as you do that, you will have a great time. And it was two of them that wasn't on there that came up through my mind. And one is communicating. If a family member hurt you or offended you, it can communicate that to them, because a lot of times people don't know, and you can assume in your mind that they know. And also, don't project your feelings on somebody, like how you're feeling, and then think that they're feeling that way when it can actually be you. And forgiveness. And the other one was forgiveness. Forgiving stuff, because some of this stuff that family I know some stuff is, well, I don't want to say unforgivable, but some stuff you can forgive people, but you never can be around them again. Yeah. But some of the stuff that family is separated from is silly stuff, miscommunication. So forgiving is silly stuff. I understand if it's something serious, because that is understandable not to be around that family member. But if it's something silly, forgiveness is a big part of it. And then lastly, our last one that we did have on here is create new holiday memories with close family and friends. Again, not only create new, like she said, if the glue to the family is gone, or somebody you have lost, still do not stop holiday traditions, even if you have to create new ones. If your family and close friends that you grew up with, that you originated from, are not around, feel free to grab new friends and create a family with them, or work family, or a friends muzz and friends giving and things like that. But creating new memories is always a good thing, because sometimes our old traditions, some people you don't know, they haven't had great experiences. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the reasons why they become depressed around this time, because they're so used to the traditional things that happen within their family and their origins. So if you create new memories and say, you know what, this is no more for me, for my family and for us, we're going to start this way. We're going to do this. And that way it makes it more enjoyable, because you create.
And you know what I thought about, Melissa? And just like, you know, for them family that's gone, don't make it a sad thing. Think about the things that they did around that time. I always think about even like Christmas. My mother loved to decorate for Christmas. She would literally put every Christmas card somebody sent her up around her house and out on Christmas, and she would decorate. I always think about, I would play the music she played, Nat King Cole, Sam Cooks and things. That stuff makes us excited. But you have to purposely, on purpose decide I'm gonna have a good holiday. On purpose decide I'm gonna have a good day. On purpose decide that I'm gonna have a good life. Thank you for joining us tonight for Unwind Friday.
Okay, guys, and as always, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. If you have a topic or something you want to discuss, we ask that you either inbox myself or Marie. We have a private group now. You can put it in the group. We will do the research for you and bring it before you. Thanks so much for joining us today. You have a great day.